Podcast title: Exploring America. Episode title: The United States: History, Culture, and Modern Day Life. Host: Welcome to Exploring America, the podcast where we dive into the fascinating aspects of the United States. I'm host name, and today we're going to talk about the unique history, diverse culture, and the economic power of the U.S., along with some travel tips for those wanting to explore this vast country. Let's get started. Segment 1: A brief history of the United States. Host: The United States, founded in 1776, has a relatively young history compared to other countries, but it's been filled with significant events. The nation was born from a revolution when the American colonies declared independence from British rule. Over the next 2 centuries, the U.S. expanded westward, fought in a civil war, and became a global power, especially in the 20th century after the 2 world wars. The country's history is shaped by ideals of democracy and liberty, although it has also faced challenges, including slavery, segregation, and ongoing struggles for civil rights. Segment 2: The cultural diversity of the U.S. Host: One of the most remarkable things about the United States is its cultural diversity. It's often called a melting pot because people from all over the world have migrated here, bringing with them their customs, traditions, and cuisines. In places like New York City, Los Angeles, and Miami, you can see a fusion of cultures, with neighborhoods that reflect the influences of Latin America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. This diversity makes the U.S. a rich and vibrant place, with everything from art to music to food being influenced by various cultures. Music genres like jazz, blues, rock, and hip-hop all have roots in the United States, shaped by the experiences of African Americans and later spreading to global audiences. Segment 3: The U.S. Economy and Innovation. Host: The U.S. is also known for its powerful economy. It's one of the largest and most diverse economies in the world, with major industries ranging from technology and finance to agriculture and entertainment. Silicon Valley, for example, is a global center of innovation, home to some of the world's largest tech companies like Apple, Google, and Facebook. The country has a strong entrepreneurial spirit, where many people start businesses and create new products that change how we live, from smartphones to electric cars. It's no surprise that many global trends in technology, entertainment, and even fashion often begin in the United States. Segment 4: Natural Beauty and Travel Tips. Host: While the cities of the U.S. are famous, the natural beauty of the country is equally impressive. From the Grand Canyon in Arizona to the Rocky Mountains in Colorado, and the stunning coastlines of California, the U.S. is home to an incredibly diverse landscape. For those planning a trip to the U.S., there's something for everyone. If you love city life, you can visit New York City for its skyscrapers, museums, and Broadway shows. If you're more into nature, national parks like Yellowstone or Yosemite offer breathtaking views and wildlife experiences. One thing to remember when visiting the U.S. is how big it is. Traveling between states can take hours, even by plane. So, it's a good idea to plan carefully and maybe focus on one region at a time, whether it's the East Coast, the West Coast, or the Midwest. Segment 5, Political System and Global Influence. Host: The United States also has a unique political system, with its democratic government made up of three branches: the executive, legislative, and judicial. It operates on a federal system, meaning that individual states have a lot of power to make their own laws, which can sometimes be very different depending on where you are. Globally, the U.S. plays a leading role in international affairs, with strong diplomatic, military, and economic influence. It's a founding member of organizations like the United Nations and NATO and continues to be involved in global efforts on everything from climate change to humanitarian aid. Globally, the U.S. plays a leading role in international affairs, with strong diplomatic, military, and economic influence. It's a founding member of organizations like the United Nations and NATO and continues to be involved in global efforts on everything from climate change to humanitarian aid. Conclusion, host, and that wraps up today's episode of Exploring America. From its diverse culture to its economic power and stunning natural landscapes,